they're called aces. And anybody plays cards, you want as many aces as you can get, right? Because it's trump. And so, it's what guys do that, and you want to have as many staff aces as you have, and Nick's been one of those guys for us.
You've seen Nick at all different points in his career. What do you think he's doing differently this year or better this year that's getting these type of results?
I think I said this before we acquired Nick. Looking at Nick's career, not competed against him a ton over the years, but have, and I'm more familiar with the name than the body of work. And then you start to explore the body of work. And we get close to acquiring him, you start to look and you realize in the history that you have with guys, this guy looks like he might be in a real sweet spot of where he's got the experience of actually physically pitching, and then the ability to kind of look back and see where and what he needs to do. And then when we had the interview with him, which was scheduled for, I don't recall exactly, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, then went an hour and 15 or so, and it was like a blink of an eye with him and Ruben, myself, and AJ. And it was just so easy and natural, and you started the conversations and you realize, this guy is getting to that really good place where he's self-actualizing, and he's, got the talent to go, execute all the different things that come into winning baseball games, which are a lot.
You talked about the things that you could do to help Jackson. Was moving him down the lineup one of those things that you were alluding to last night?
It's one of the bigger ones, just take a little bit off, just get down a little bit. Don't feel like you got to carry so much at the top. Go down there and be around some other good hitters, and which clearly was the top. But yeah, just not feeling he's got it too much. But quite frankly, it's something that I'm doing. But I really don't have a lot of concern about Jackson Merrill. I love on him, make sure he's doing okay. But Jackson's a really strong-minded kid, and he knows he's a good player. And when you know you're a good player, I think we all have something in our lives that don't always go right, but if you have a good center core of knowing who you are and knowing how you are when you're good, and you have the ability to work towards getting back to that, you're going to ultimately be just fine.
Bogaerts back around the team. Is he training towards that Friday spot?
He's back with the team. He had his rehab assignment. He's back getting his work in, getting bullpens in. Now he's getting his PFP in, and he's available to us when we need him.
Following up on the Jackson topic, Xander was talking about going through a similar thing early in his career and how it got to a point where he felt like he was just listening to too many people, all well-meaning people, and he was able to narrow it down. He said Victor was the guy that actually he honed in on. So how valuable can that advice be for Jackson, and how fortunate to have a guy like Victor that can turn to his needs?
Very valuable on multiple fronts. One, the value is going and experiencing that and finding out for yourself. Right, and then having somebody like Bogey that you can put your arm around. It's like, I've been there, done that. There's not many people that can walk in your shoes, so to speak. And then it's the ability to self-actualize and know that you have those people in your life that you can do that, and to remind you of what it takes to be that. But there are, and I can't minimize how difficult it was for Bogey when he experienced that, but. There's a little more social media, and there's more people that have ideas, and more things that can leak into these guys' worlds, and so the noise gets louder, and so when the noise gets louder and things get more complicated, the quieter and simpler you need to make it, and one or two voices are ultimately what it's like, and then ultimately it's about Jackson's voice.
Do you know how Darvish recovered from yesterday, and could you guys look to use an extra off day for him next turn through, just knowing that he's coming back from the injury that you had?
It's on the table. I'm not saying it's something we're going to do. It's going to be something that we're going to explore based on how he does, but it is impactful of other things, clearly. So, we'll talk to him today, see how he recovers, and we'll go from there.
Did Michael throw today?
Excuse me?
Did Michael King throw today?
He did.
And how did he come out?
I don't know yet. He was literally going out, and I had a little quick meeting, and then I got out here, so I'm not sure. Yeah, but he was throwing today, and I believe off the mound, which is super encouraging.
Thanks, Mike.
Not too good.
We're trying.
Got enough of the radio.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.